Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E, put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up going. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through them transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. With your boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more than measure. Shave the extras, that's business. Started feed street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane nonstop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they departed. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Get her ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
We here.
My goal for the Comics and Narrative Practice program is grow the program and get the program to be well known in the comics community. I'm Emmy Guinness and I teach comics.
Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. 2020 got me seeing so clear. Put your boy shit. North and Glitch. We cool niggas. This is the
Boogie
cool.
Major.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listening the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the falling, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office, yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves from these planted trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow is classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers be Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, now they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher with shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my
We on
element.
the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listening to top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the falling, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in, while you all talking. We smoking and coughing, till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off a 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I'll be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Butcher boyed up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah. I already know what it is, man. Stop being more good. Shout out to my little music, we got the listening parties coming up shortly, man. You know what I'm talking about. King L's just dropped the Everlasting. The Butcher Boys just dropped the Butcher Shop, the Butcher's Deli, I should say. So we got some E&E listening parties definitely coming up. You did. Tap in, walk with us. You know what I'm talking about? E&E every day, all day, no days off. Rest in the essence, the young noble, man. You know? And this is crazy because, you know what I'm saying, mental health is a very serious thing, man, right? And you know, I've had my personal experience with mental health issues, so I can understand, you know what I'm saying, how people can get in dark places mentally, especially as being a man. You know, we build up walls, we isolate, which is a very dangerous thing. Isolation can be good, but it can also be very, very bad. Gotta have balance, right? Gotta have some balance, right? OG, what's happening, man? Rest in the essence, the young noble, man. You know what I'm saying? When people take themselves out, it's never really like a peaceful thing, you know what I'm saying? It can't really be no true happiness. You understand what I'm saying? And I want y'all to understand that suicide is a demon. The demonic spirit of suicide runs rampant in our reality. Let me tell y'all something, man. The Most High absolutely did not design us to ever contemplate the thought of taking ourselves out. That is a lie from the deepest, darkest pit of hell. And I want y'all to know that and understand that. And if you don't, then you don't have to, but, you know, whether you don't or do, it doesn't matter. That's what it is. I said the spirit of suicide is a demon, loosely related, connected to, close descendant to the spirits of homosexuality, molestation, right? And pornography, right? Resting as a young noble, man, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what people be going through behind the scenes, especially as men. You know, we smile, we laugh, you know. But, you know, brothers be fighting demons, man. You know, and I know I can speak from personal experience. So, you know what I mean? I've never been to the brink of ever contemplating offing myself. All praises be to the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach, for that, right? That I've never been so broken to the point to where I ever allowed the spirit of suicide to creep in and actually get a stronghold over me, you know? But some brothers may not be so strong, right? Monique Robinson, what's up, baby? You know, and you know, when it comes to suicide, man, I'm pretty sure, you know, let me say I'm not pretty sure, because I'm not pretty sure, but I don't know how many of y'all have y'all's personal experience with suicide in your family, or maybe a close friend or loved one, but me personally, I have a close experience with suicide. You know what I'm saying? One of my childhood friends, who I consider family, deleted himself a little over 2-3 years ago. And I can just say then that, man, you know, when it comes to these demons, man, they be on some of us real heavy, and not all of us are spiritually fortified to withstand this, man. Dan Patrick, what's happening, man? I'm just, you know, we gotta keep it 100. Not all of us are spiritually fortified, right, to battle with the demons, generational demons. The sins of the parents, specifically the father, will visit the children. So a lot of us is fighting demons we're not even aware of. We're not even aware of. When I say that, I mean we fighting demons that have been around before we even was here. And due to the sins of our fathers and our mothers, we got to inherit these generational demons. And what I do know about such things is what I can say. I don't know about Young Noble's case specifically, but I know in order to be led to a place where you would contemplate deleting yourself, I know there's some demonic presence in your life. I'm going to just leave it at that. Right? I mean, that's what he did. I could say he killed himself. He offed himself. I could say he murdered himself. I could say he bodied himself. I could say he cooked himself. I could say a whole bunch of stuff. Right? But I chose delete because I think that's something that the unintelligent artificial intelligence for the lack of a better term, don't take offense to. You know? Yeah, man. You know, Young Noble was one of my favorites from the Outlaws. I gotta say that. Let me pull the brother's picture up on the screen. Because a picture is more, you know what I'm saying? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Remember that, man. You know what I'm talking about? A picture's worth 1,000 words, Jack. You know what I'm saying? We all, if you my age or from my era, we all know Young Noble from the Outlaws crew, run around with Pop. You know what I'm saying? A few of them went on to have moderate solo careers. Hussein Fatal, Young Noble, Idi Amin. You know what I'm saying? They all, to some degree, have some independent success, mostly independently. You know what I'm talking about? And, you know what I'm saying? It's just a sad situation because, you know what I'm saying, we just don't know what brothers be going through that puts them to the limits of coming to the decision of wanting to get themselves up out of here. And what I do know as a man is that you have to be in a very dark place as a man, fighting some serious demons to even contemplate such a thought, you know? What I'll also say is this, is that as a man to get yourself to that level, you know, the reason why you even got to this place is because of your own decisions. And you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And it's very sensitive, man, for me because, like I said, one of my close childhood friends, my brother, my cousin, you know what I'm saying? You know, he committed suicide like not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? And I remember conversations that I had with this brother before he decided to do what he did, and I seen where he was at, and I always would reach out to him. I say, bro, Ludi, listen, man, come through, chop it up, man. You more than welcome to come to the crib, just come talk to you. You know what I mean? And he would always be like, nah, I'm cool, I'm good. Like, and I just be like, bro, man, like, don't talk to your brother. I'm always reaching out, always making myself available. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see it, man. I've had a lot of experience with this, man. You know what I'm saying? I was locked up with a lot of guys, like I just was talking about last night. I was locked up with a lot of guys who I seen this spirit of suicide residing and abiding within them when we was in the joint. So I'm not gonna say it wasn't no surprise to me, but when I found out that these guys got themselves up out of here, the ones that I actually knew, I wasn't shocked. I'm gonna just say that. I wasn't shocked. You know, and when it comes to the brother Young Noble, man, you know what I'm saying? We just don't know what brothers be going through, man. You feel me? Brothers can be going through a whole lot. You know, as men, man, we can wear a tough face in public. You know what I'm saying? We hide things real good. We get up, we go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? We handle our business or we do whatever we do. And some of us are hurting inside, man. Some of us is hurting inside, man. And I mean, trust me, don't nobody know better than me. You know? That's why I always keep myself available to my brethren. That's why I do stuff I do. That's why behind the scenes I'm doing the things I'm doing. Because I know brothers are suffering out here, man. And, you know, in our community, man, mental health, sharing how you actually feel, the things that are actually afflicting you and, you know, that you're feeling some type of way about, you know, it's not looked upon as being the manly thing to do when quite the opposite is actually true. A real man actually knows how to express his emotions in a healthy way. And when he's not feeling sure about himself, that's when it's upon you as a man to reach out to your fellow man for some guidance, man. That's what the idea of steel sharpens steel come from. This is where camaraderie comes from. This is the whole point of us having traditions of becoming men, you know, as far as like trials and tribulations, rituals, if you will, that you have to, rites of passage, you have to go through in order to become a man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things you go study in history when it comes to rites of passage for boys going into men, you know what I'm saying? It might seem like something real physical and brute at first, but at the same time, it's a spiritual and a mental aspect to the things as well. Because in order to go out there and hunt and kill to provide food for your family, you have to have a clear mind. You have to have an understanding of life and death. You have to understand the importance of the hierarchical structure that is set in place. You have to have a skill set of how to outsmart this bear, wolf, whatever, so you can provide for your family. And it's a brutal situation, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Right? And this just was some crazy to hear. When this came across my desk, my man said, Pro said, I've been sober 6 months. Got to a point I was drinking 7 days. Had to fight that spirit off. Yes, brother. That's a fact, XL Pro, and I'm happy to hear that, brother. You hear me? The spirit of alcoholism is rampant amongst us. I gotta say. I gotta say. You know, and some of us can drink responsibly and then not have no effect on us. Some of us just can't. And that's just what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? I respect, because I've been locked up with brothers, man. Shout out to my brother XL Pro for cutting the head off of that alcoholic spirit that was residing in the body within him. You hear me? Salute to my brother XL Pro. You did, and that's a fact. But when it comes to the brother, man, this is a sad situation. You know what I'm saying? We all know Young Noble from the OUTLAWZ crew, being with Pop. You know what I'm talking about? Right? Sad, man. My brother Young Noble, man. You know, it's always a sad, wet situation when a brother or sister is led to choose a decision to get themselves out of here. You know what I mean? Rest in the essence of Young Noble, man.
Me as an 18-year-old kid, man, that shit was crazy. When I was 18, all that happened. Pac died, Gaddafi died, Fatal left the group, you know, Machiavelli dropped, you know, Biggie died. All that shit happened when I was 18 years old, man. It was I got a 17-year-old daughter, man. Me as an 18-year-old.
You feel me? You just don't be knowing what brothers be going through behind the scenes, man. You know? 47, he only 4 years older than me. You know?
Listen to this.
Shout out to the homie Y2D, man.
What up, guys? DJ Y is back again with very sad news. Today we lost legendary OUTLAWZ member Young Noble. Rest in peace, Young Noble. I want to send my deep condolences to his family and friends.
I'm not gonna share because I can't understand what's being said. Right? Let's go back to the shorts. Damn, brother.
No one knows my struggle. They only see the trouble, not knowing it's hard to carry on when no one loves. No one knows my struggle. They only see the trouble, not knowing it's hard to carry on when no one.
To the brother Young Noble, man.
You got to understand, everybody got tentacles who people they rock with, where, you know, if you dissing Puffy, it's a bunch of people he done paid and know, and producers and rappers, and that'll say, oh, now we're not even going to stand next to y'all, because it might ruin our relationship with this guy, you know? So we didn't have nobody to call after Pac passed away, you know? We had to learn this on our own, you know what I mean? And we did a damn good job, you know? We coming up on 30 years soon of being in this. We've been on over 75 million records. Never been signed to a major label, been dropping independent the whole time. You know, so many doors slammed in our face, you know, group members dying, group members, you know, going their own way, you know. You got to understand, everybody got tentacles who people they rock with, where
you kind of see the brother Young Noble, you know what I mean?
The rumor about y'all smoking Tupac ashes, is there any truth to that or no?
Yeah, we talking truth, man. I'm gonna tell you what happened. It was the day of Pac's memorial in Malibu, California. Private ceremony, close friends, family, mom, everybody. We get back to the crib. We in his room, you know. He's gone. He just died. We're actually in his bedroom. We're smoking, we're drinking, and we're just trying to numb the pain. We're sitting there and we're listening to Black Jesus, the song. It's unreleased. Nobody heard none of these songs yet. And we listening to it. It's our brother that just passed away. We hearing him different now. You know what I mean? In the verse, he says, we die clutching glasses, filled with liquor and blasted. Cremated last wishes, smoke my ashes. So mind you, we in there just minding our business. We hear him say that. And everybody kind of like looked at each other. We hear him Pac saying, cremated last wishes, nigga, smoke my ashes. We heard what he said, man. You know? And his ashes was downstairs. Like, well, what we gonna do? You know? So Gaddafi, he winds up going downstairs, you know.
Yaki Gaddafi, listen to what I'm telling y'all, man. Listen to what Noble is saying. And this is what I'm talking about. What do I always tell y'all, man? You don't do what you do because you have a demon. You have a demon because of what you do. Now understand what it is to smoke somebody's ashes. That is very demonic. That is a part of the ancient demonic art known as scrying. I done told y'all about scrying before. Crying with the S on the end, on the front of it. Scrying. Google it. Looking at crystal balls, Ouija boards, making wishes, anything of a ESP type of trickery, witchcraft, demonic shit that it is. Smoking somebody's ashes is equivalent to burning sage or pouring libations or sacrificing a burnt. That's all. Man. So when you partake in these demonic rituals, these demonic practices, don't be surprised when certain things happen. That's all I'm gonna leave it at that. Now let's finish watching this.
All Pac, his family, they all down there. He sneaked some ashes in a napkin, man, and he bring them upstairs. He did it. He the only one who left out the room.
Notice what happened with Yaki Gaddafi.
Room to go, came back with it. I had the blunt. We sprinkled a little bit on there. I sprinkled a little bit on there, and I rolled it up, and we passed that motherfucker around. For us, it was the highest honor we could give our brother in that moment. Me and Edie was talking, and he said Pac had a friend that was an Indian. His family, I guess they was having a ritual this night where they was like celebrating one of their deceased loved ones. Whatever they had in the peace pipe, they put some of the ashes of family member in the ashes, and they was passing it around. And Edie told me the story later, like Pac always thought like that was the coolest shit ever, that he saw a family like hitting the ashes, where it's like it was an honor thing for them. It was like, you're going to live on through us. You're going to be in our system. You're going to be in our heart. You're going to be in our spirit. This ain't something that we just thought that we just want to do. Like, it was like we did it. And ain't nothing to be ashamed about. For us, man, it was like the highest honor we could give him in that moment. He in our spirit, man. He in our hearts forever.
The room.
The devil is a lie. I'm going to just say that right there. I'm going to just say that right there. The devil is a lie. Right? For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Neither have they any more of a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Right? Now, when I hear stuff like that, I'm just like, And as far as all that extra stuff, man, that's up to y'all to go along with, man. You make your own mind up, man. But when it comes to Young Noble, man, I'm pretty sure, like to me, to the rest of y'all, this is a shock. Because like I said, Young Noble isn't like a major personality on the internet that I know of, or making a name for himself. I'm not aware of any OUTLAWZ music that dropped or has recently dropped or whatever.
A key member of 2P's legendary group, the OUTLAWZ, has tragically died. Young Noble, the last rapper personally added to the group by Pac himself, has passed away at 47. Sources are reporting it was a suicide. You know his voice from iconic tracks like Hail Mary. This is shocking news, especially since he seemed to be doing well after surviving a severe heart attack a few years back. Another piece of hip-hop history is now gone. Rep. A key member of 2P's legendary group, the OUTLAWZ, has tragically died. Young Noble, the last rapper personally added to the group by Pac himself, has passed away at 47. Sources are reporting it was a suicide. You know his voice from iconic.
Right.
Young Noble, a core member of Tupac's OUTLAWZ, has passed away at 47. Born Rufus Lee Cooper, he was more than just a rapper. He was a close friend and collaborator of the legendary Tupac Shakur. Reports say he took his own life in Atlanta.
I'm mad as hell they just call my nigga Tupac Shakur. Boy,
a key member of 2P's legendary.
Right? No respect. Matter of fact, we're just gonna do it like this because I don't want to. I can't risk it, y'all. Yeah, call my man Tupac Shakur, man. That's disrespectful as hell, man. You beat that shit, OG, man. Call my nigga Tupac Shakur. Say, who the hell is that, man? Not Silk the Shocker. What you talking about, man? Call my nigga Tupac Shakur. That's wild, right? We're going to do this, though. We're going to play the still image and play the audio. You did. We got to box cleverly, y'all, man. You did. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Rest in the essence of Young Noble, man. Listen here, man. Shit get real, man. We don't know what brothers we going through, man.
With some, with Young Noble, who I look at as a family member, and you know, one thing I just want to mention, I don't
Yellow
lie in
D, what's
interviews.
happening?
I don't chase clout. I don't do things for likes and views. So for you to do an interview, and the only reason I'm addressing this publicly because you mentioned these things publicly, so I figure I have a right to, you know, respond publicly in a respectful manner, of course. So when you mention these things to try to make it seem like I'm lying in my interviews by saying that the story with Jim Belushi and the hamburger, you know what I'm talking about, was something I just pretty much ain't know what I was talking about. You're gonna tell the true story, then you say the same exact words as I said when you know, explain the story. Even everybody in the comments was confused and said, why did you say Moo was wrong or wasn't correct? And you explained the same story. I said, that's nothing. You know, alhamdulillah, I can't really, you know, dwell on that. That wasn't nothing. I didn't take offense to that.
You already know, man,
again,
Yellow D, man,
even though
tap
it doesn't
in.
matter, it happened over 20-something years ago, but alhamdulillah, I'm glad that it did happen because I didn't want to be on the stage with Diddy. Then you, once again, made it seem like I didn't snatch the mic from him. Which I said, this is ignorant stuff. You know, it happened 20-something years ago before I was a Muslim. But it's one of the moments that I can say I'm proud of, that I didn't stay on the stage and perform next to a person that it might seem like he has something to do with the death of a good friend of mine, which is Pac. And I didn't stay on the stage with Diddy. So you pretty much said, like, it's not like he snatched the mic from him. His song was finishing. As if I grabbed the mic once again. But then you said we got kicked out of the MTV. If I didn't snatch the mic from him, then why did we get kicked out of the MTV? I sabotaged it purposely because I didn't want to be on the stage with an individual that my friend passed away having some difficulties with. I figured like loyalty is something that we have to take to our graves.
Right.
Like I said, alhamdulillah to the kids to make it clear, these things are ignorant. But the only reason I'm really replying back is because you're coming off as if I'm lying in my interviews. I have receipts, alhamdulillah. You know, Steve LaBelle got a video up where he said the reason why the MTV was shut down that day because Napoleon snatched the mic from Diddy because I didn't want to be on the stage with an individual who my friend at that time was beefing, who didn't like. I just feel like loyalty, no matter fame, no matter money, should make you not stick to a friend even though he passed away. Your loyalty is very important, and that's the reason why I did that. So, and then again, I see comments where you once again say, "Oh, these are his stories, Muta stories. He left the group in 2003," as if these stories are not true. I don't have reason to lie. Alhamdulillah, yes, I left the group 2003 after I accepted the religion of Islam. Alhamdulillah, one of the best decisions I ever made. But I just want to address it in a respectful manner. You know, I don't even, we just
young,
spoke a couple
this is
days ago.
Napoleon.
You know, we just talked before that a couple months ago. So that's why I was really taken by surprise because we're in contact with each other. So if you've had these things in your heart or I said something wrong that you didn't like, I just don't know why when we was on the phone with each other, you didn't tell me these things. I have to hear it from an interview. But once again, alhamdulillah, that's the past.
We was going to show up and do this in honor Pac, you know. Mind you, earlier, Puffy, he was walking around. He wanted to talk to us, but we didn't want to talk to him. He wound up talking to Big Syke, though. So Big Syke from Thug Life was with us. And him and Puffy probably was around each other in the early days when Pac was around them dudes, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, so Puffy walked up to Big Syke and they stepped to the side and they had a conversation. But, you know, we ain't had nothing to say. We didn't want to talk to that nigga, you know what I'm saying? And so he was doing his part. And then Puffy was almost done with the song. And Moo walked up and, you know, kind of like grabbed the mic, like, you know, the song was over. It was our time to go. You know, he ain't walk up like, you give me the mic, but you know, walked up like, you know, and, you know, Puff kind of took offense to that, like, you know, hold on, Playboy. Next thing you know, all these ninjas jumped on stage and security, all these motherfuckers and shit. We're like, oh, here we go. You know what I mean? And yeah, so little melee. They wound up, you know, we wound up getting escorted out.
Right.
Want to know why most new YouTube channels fail? It's because getting your first 1,000 subscribers, the tradition.
He's ready, set. He's
checking in.
Keep this thing moving. Rest in peace, neighborhood nip. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Yeah, the game down, nigga, whole shit spiral. They don't want money, they just want to go viral. Searching for fame, niggas want they 2 minutes. I'm trying to get out the game, these niggas just getting in it. With no direction, your life confused. These niggas do anything for some likes and views.
What's up with you, Brian, bro?
You slipping and they pop you on the corner. You laying there dying, you standing there recording. Probably could have saved your life. Had to get that footage. They had your death on YouTube tonight. It's a lost generation. We tried to awake them back on a plantation. What up, is Mr. Nixon? This is everybody to me.
Yeah, my man was going in, man. Young Noble, Hussein Fatal, Napoleon, Idi Amin, them niggas was the outlaws. Right? Crazy, man. Listen here, y'all, man. Suicide is a very real thing, y'all, man. And it's not nothing to be taken lightly. It's not nothing to like make fun of or joke about or any of that type stuff. You know, it's very serious. You know, not a game. Yeah, man, for real, Yellow D, for sure.
Better known to the world as Young Noble, was a voice from the streets who echoed the teachings and passion of his mentor, TUPAC Shakur. Born on March 21st, 1978, and tragically passing away on July 4th, 2025, Young Noble's life was a powerful tale of ambition, brotherhood, and lyrical resilience. As a core member of the legendary Outlawz, Noble carried the torch of Tupac's vision long after his mentor's death, becoming both a student and a teacher of hip-hop's golden messages. A California soul with East Coast roots. Young Noble's story begins in Sierra Madre, California, where he was born, but the rhythm of his life took him across the country and back. Raised in Pasadena, he spent his early childhood immersed in the diverse music scenes of California. But everything changed around the age of 8 or 9 when his family moved him to New Jersey. It was on the East Coast that he would forge friendships that would later define his destiny. There, he connected with future Outlawz members Hussein Fatal and Yaki Gaddafi, sparking a bond that would transform them from young dreamers into rap warriors. At 16, Noble returned to the West Coast, settling in Rancho Cucamonga with his sister. This move would bring him closer to the world that would forever change his life, the universe of Tupac Shakur. The last outlaw chosen by Tupac. In early 1996, Young Noble was invited to join Outlawz, the rap collective.
Well, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was the last guy to join the Outlawz crew. But that's what's up, though. You know what I mean? And when it comes to people who decide to delete themselves, man, you know what I mean? People who decide to take themselves out, we got to always take into consideration that there was some serious issues going on in their lives that maybe none of us ever knew about, especially when it comes to us men, specifically us black men, right? We know how to just bury things deep down inside, and then, you know, we be sitting here hurting as men, emotionally, psychologically. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, due to how we've been raised, swallow your pride, toughen up, don't cry, get it done by any means necessary. You know, a lot of brothers is out here going through pain, man. A lot of brothers been through very traumatic situations, you know, in their quest to become a man, that have experienced traumatic situations that compromise their manhood. in many ways, not just physical, not just sexual, right? And it results in manifesting in our adult years as the spirit of suicide. So, you know what I mean? It's something I take very serious because I got personal experience with it on both sides, as far as people who actually did take themselves out or have contemplated themselves taking themselves out and actually attempted, but didn't fall through. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know, Noah was 47, I'm 43. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something, and I'm not saying this as a, listen, I'm just being real. I've been through extreme levels of trauma, right? Extreme, right? And never once have I contemplated taking myself out. But I say that to say that that's me. That's me. It's not a slight to my brother, Young Noble. It's not a strike at his manhood, whatever level he possessed. I don't know what that brother was going through. I don't know what demons was residing and abiding within that brother. I don't know what generational trauma and demons he inherited. They might be stronger than the ones I have. How about that? Rest in the essence to the brother, man. It's very sad, man. You know what I'm saying? Iconic verse from Young Noble is off of Hail Mary. You feel me? I almost attempted to play the song, man. But y'all know we can't do that for copyright reasons. All right. But yeah, though, man. Very sad situation. Let's go.
Founded by Tupac himself. He would go down in history as the final member handpicked by Tupac before the legendary rapper's untimely death in September 1996. Tupac wasted no time putting Noble's lyrical firepower to the test. Young Noble made his explosive debut on Tupac's final studio album, The Don Killuminati, The 7-Day Theory, which was released under the alias Machiavelli. Noble featured on iconic tracks such as Bomb First, My Second Reply, Hail Mary, Life of an Outlaw, Just Like Daddy. These songs not only showcased his raw potential, but also marked him as one of the few artists to work directly with Tupac during his final creative chapter, keeping the fire alive after Tupac's passing. After Tupac's passing, the music didn't stop, and neither did Noble. On December 21st, 1999, the album Still I Rise was released. The project featured unreleased collaborations between Tupac and the OUTLAWZ. Though initially planned to include vocals from Hussein Fatal, Noble ended up replacing them, stepping up to represent the group with pride and passion. This album was a heartfelt continuation of the vision he and his brothers shared with Tupac, to speak truth, to uplift, and to never forget where they came from. The mixtape era and loyal collaborations. As the 2000s rolled on, Young Noble remained true to the cause. In 2012, OUTLAWZ fans were blessed with a double shot of mixtape energy when Outlaw Ridaz Volume 1 dropped in March, followed by Outlaw Nation in October. These releases weren't just mixtapes, they were musical family reunions. Noble brought together some of Tupac's most trusted allies, honoring the lineage of West Coast hip-hop. Contributors included Thug Life, Tupac's earlier group before the OUTLAWZ era, Money B, from Digital Underground, Tupac's first rap family, Be Legit, who appeared on Tupac's classic album All Eyes on Me. This was Noble at his best, mixing respect for the past with new fire, uniting generations of hip-hop under one powerful banner.
That's dope.
An artist and entrepreneur with heart. Young Noble wasn't just a rapper, he was a voice of perseverance. Over his nearly 3-decade career, he remained fiercely independent, putting out solo projects, joint albums, and collaborations that never strayed from the mission, truth, loyalty, and the spirit of the struggle. With an estimated net worth of $3 million at the time of his passing, Noble had carved a life of artistic independence. He stayed close to the culture, far from industry gimmicks, and always prioritized message over money. His lyrics often touched on survival, street knowledge, faith, and the unshakable bond he shared with his fellow outlaws. The final goodbye. On the morning of July 4th, 2025, the music world was shaken by heartbreaking news. Young Noble passed away at his home in Atlanta, Georgia, the result of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. At just 47 years old, the beloved rapper's journey came to a tragic and unexpected end. His death sent ripples across the hip-hop community. Friends, fans, and fellow artists mourned not just a rapper, but a brother, a father, a fighter, and a man who gave his life to music, to the Outlaws, and to the legacy of Tupac Shakur. A legacy that won't fade. Young Noble may be gone, but his voice echoes louder than ever. His verses live on through the anthems of the Outlaws, his spirit burns bright in every lyric he left behind, and his dedication to Tupac's vision ensures that future generations will remember his name. He was more than an artist, he was a keeper of the flame. From his humble roots in California and New Jersey to stages across the world, Noble stayed true to the code, loyalty, legacy, and love for the game. As fans reflect on his journey, one thing is certain, Young Noble was the heart of the Outlaws, and his rhythm will forever beat in hip-hop's soul. Rest in power, Noble.
Rest in the essence to Young Noble, man. Like I said, man, you know, the spirit of suicide runs rampant, man. And like I say, man, we just don't know what each other be going through, man, behind the scenes, man. We don't know what type of demons we be battling, people be battling behind the scenes, man. We don't know what type of strongholds people have over them, residing over them, abiding within them, residing within them, presiding over them. We just don't be having no clue. A lot of people are going through battles that they don't even discuss, that they try to like keep secret, that they don't even want to accept that it's actually happening themselves. You know? Wow, man. Crazy.
Top of the chat.
You know, this is hitting the hip hop world heavy right now, man. You know?
Oh man, you know, another Sam.
You know, rest in essence to the brother, man. You know? Like I say, man, when it comes to situations like this, man, you know what I'm saying, we gotta be real somber, man. Like I say, because I gotta keep emphasizing on this, man. We just don't know what type of demons people be fighting, man. So when it comes to people when they take themselves out, man, I tend to be more of a you know what I'm saying, more of a perspective of you know what I'm saying, it was some spiritual things going on that they just wasn't fortified enough to handle, man. You know what I mean? Because the one thing I do know, and like I say, I know this from personal experience, the spirit of suicide is a very powerful entity. It's a very powerful demonic spirit. Very powerful. And it has the ability to trick you into thinking that you are not important, that things would be better if you were not present, that your life isn't valuable, that the Most High God, Yeshua HaMashiach, doesn't love you. That's what I know personally about the spirit of suicide. Luckily for me, I was able to choke him out and cut his head off. Unfortunately, my brother Young Noble was not. And I'm not going to judge my brother. I'm not going to condemn my brother, ridicule or vilify him, because I don't know what he had going on. Right? But I just pray that the Most High have mercy on his soul, man. You know, it's a very tragic thing, man. 47 is young, y'all, man. That's not old at all. That's young, man. That's young, man.
The rumor about y'all smoking Tupac ashes. Is there any truth to
smoking Pac's ashes? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've never heard that before. But you know, maybe I'm just late. But what I do know about committing such an act, I know it's very demonic. I know that falls up under the ancient demonic art known, as I said earlier, as scrying. You know, I'm telling y'all right now, man, demons abound. Right? Just like I tell y'all that agent provocateurs abound, rabble rousers abound. Oh, demons abound on YouTube. Oh, you can believe that. Whether you believe that is irrelevant, but if you choose to, you most absolutely can, right? And you cannot. It's up to you. Whether you don't or do don't matter, because it's true whether you do or don't. Oh, they run rampant on YouTube. I know this personally, right? And you got to box cleverly. You got to be spiritually fortified, man. Even when traversing these YouTube and internet streets, you have to be spiritually fortified, man. You know? And it's sad that our brother, the Young Noble, was led to the decision he chose to make when he had so much to live for. At 47 years young. Listen, 47 is young. The brother has so much to live for, so much going on. I don't know if he has children or not, but if he does, a wife, whatever the situation may be, right? But and another reason why I don't condemn or vilify people who decide to take themselves out is because I know in order to be led to such a decision meant that there was a demonic presence in the situation. And I know that some people are just not spiritually fortified. You understand what I'm saying? Not spiritually fortified to cut the heads off of the demons that are attached to them. And I think that's a very sad situation. You know what I mean? All praises be to the Most High that some of us are. You know, some of us are not. And it's not to ridicule, like I say, condemn, vilify, shame them, you know. But we battle not against flesh and blood. So, you know what I mean? People might think things is just going bad in their life when in actuality is a demonic presence involved, which requires a higher authority, a higher power, a higher, you know what I'm saying, fortitude you must possess in order to decapitate these demonic presences in your life, in your family. You understand? Rest in essence, the young noble, man. I'm about to drop the link, man. If anybody want to come up, add to this, bring something to this situation that we might not know about. You might be privy to some information regarding this that we don't know. Personal experience with people getting themselves out of here that you may know personally. Whatever, man. Everybody's welcome, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share it on your social engineering. You know, rest in essence to our brother, Young Noble, although I have to be honest with y'all. The Most High frowns heavily upon people who delete themselves. I want y'all to know that. This is why it's such a sensitive topic just for me personally. You know? Because I know how the Most High feels about this. Right? And if you have any knowledge, any experience, if you have a personal relationship with the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach, you know how he feels about this. So we ain't even got to get into the details of that. I don't feel it's necessary to do here. If you don't know, then you don't know. And it ain't up for me to tell you. Right? Rest in the essence to our brother, Young Noble, man. May the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach, have mercy on his soul. Right? May the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach, cover and protect his family, his loved ones, and anybody connected or surround him, as well as us as a community as well. Right? You know what I'm talking about? I'm about to drop the link, man. If y'all want to come up, spit your game, talk your ish, add something to the conversation. If you have an experience with a family member, friend, loved one, deciding to get rid of themselves in this fashion, you know, come and share your experience, man. You know what I mean? Because although this is a very tragic situation, there's actually something good that can come from this. Maybe this conversation will prevent someone who is probably contemplating allowing the spirit, the demonic spirit of suicide, to reside and abide with them and preside over them, and hopefully prevent them from allowing it to manipulate them into making a decision that they probably really don't want to make. Right? We sitting up here grabbing demons up by their collar, man. Yoking they punk asses up. Right? Binding them up. Choking them. Binding them down. We cut their heads off. Then we send them back to where they come from. Right? My fault. We got to bind them up. Right? Or cast them out and then forth, then bind them up, then down, cut their heads off, and then send them back to where they come from. It's levels to this stuff, man. Unfortunately for our brother, Young Noble, he wasn't spiritually fortified enough to cut the heads off of his demons that he was fighting. You know? Rest in the essence to the brother, man. Y'all more than welcome to come up if you want to. Everybody's welcome. You know? Young Noble made a lot of music independently. Right? Lots of independent music. You know?
Smoking green, got my eyes closed. Niggas supporting my foes. I make them die, bros. Watch me make them D, make them G's. So let me win. Got me making bitches of a meal. Thinking every day. See me in paper options, but the press is non-stop. Niggas get the bitch through popping. And watch it, body drop. I'ma keep it wet. Watch me hit your second flash on. Blast on them bitch made niggas with my mask on. You with the fucking plus on. Looking for plus on. If you ain't screaming west side, you can get the fuck on. I'm seeing demons eating weed. Got me in the screen. Scared to go to sleep. I watch the scene like a dope ring. Probably get punished for it. But though you can't ignore it. I live a life as a dub, nigga. Who died for it. Expect to cut them up and bring them to the floor. I got some shit that they ain't ready for. I got some shit we go. We must if we must. Plus, handle our business with them jealous niggas. Fuck with us. We go to war. Plus, if we must. Plus, handle our business with them jealous. Fuck with us.
My nigga Young Noble, man.
Machiavelli in this Illuminati all through your body. I'm the bitch niggas to this real shit. I'm with me. Listening hard, visions of me. Thug living, getting me by forever live. And I multiply, survive by thugs. When I die, they won't cry unless they coming with slugs. Peep the whole scene and whatever's going on around me. Brain kinda cloudy, smoked out, feeling rowdy, ready to wet the party up. And whoever in that motherfucker nasty new street slugger, my heat seat suckers on the regular mashing in the stolen black act. Integra, cock back, 60 seconds to the joint. I swing them dead and your feet first. You got a nice gap, but my heat swerves from a thug to preaching church. I gave you love, now you eating dirt, needing work. And I ain't the nigga to put you on, cause word is born. When I was broke, I had to hustle till dawn. That's when the sun came up. It's only one way up. Hold your head, stay up. To all my niggas, get your pay, your weight up.
Right? My nigga Young Noble had the most memorable verse on that song next to Pop. Right? You know? And it's just sad, man. You know, when brothers decide to make that decision and let them demonic entities just take them over because, you know what I'm saying, we really have the power and the authority to not make those decisions. Everything's a choice when it comes to us humans. Understand that. We have a choice. The devil is a lie. You hear me? The devil is a lie. A goddamn it lie. You hear me? The father and author of lies. And there's no bigger of a lie than you being led to off yourself, delete yourself, get rid of yourself. That's the ultimate lie right there. Right? A lie from the deepest, darkest pit of hell. You understand? Rest in the essence to Young Noble, man. Rest in the essence to Pac, man. You know? 47 is young, man. Going way too soon, man.
Yeah, them to feed you, you gave them power to starve you. All I did was get that work up. She burnt up all the spoons, graduated. Yeah, dirt poor growing up. I never had my own room. My mama cooking that work up. She burnt up all the spoons, graduated from the block. I ain't never finished school. No, it wasn't cool. That's why I choose. Give them jewels, all the lessons that I learned. Played the game by the rules. Never hustle where you live. Never argue with a fool. If you depend on them to feed you, you gave them power to starve you. All I did was show love and they hated me something awful. Be careful. Cut my circle down to a handful. Smiling in your face and they heart. Can't stand you, two-faced it. My heart got broke. Two places, feeling like Nipsey, tipsy. Pumping blue laces. Want to bait me with old beef and see me with new cases. Shit ain't been the same since they killed my nigga in Vegas. Motivated by the pain. Motivated by the haters. I'm still spitting that shit. 25 years later, never signed to a major. Stayed independent. These ain't just raps, little nigga. I really lived it calm.
Don't be alarmed, I'm a time bomb ticket. Young living legend. Pit game vicious. Outlaw records. Don't think for a second I won't put this mic down and pick up. Mac 11, the spirit of Machiavelli. Sight, fatal, and felony. It's outlaw shit. I'm precisely the epitome. Carried the torch high. Did it all in a memory. Gotta say a word. Feel it in your energy. Hate me or you love me, no matter long as you mention me. Streets real slippery. Watch where you walking. There's no more talking, all bite, no barking. Everybody love you once you laying in a coffin. When you alive and shining, you most likely a target. Leave your ass leaking like a faucet. You cross me. All family, no friends. The game cost me. Pay the price of sweet revenge. How much it cost me. Success tastes sweeter. Bag full of cheaper. Carhartt suit. 10 boots and a beeper. This 9mm can make me the Grim Reaper. You ain't even cracked the code to get deeper. You don't know how much crack I sold as a youngin'. Never known for rapping, I was known for hustling. Never known for ratting, I was known for thugging. All these niggas do is blog, they ain't known for nothing but running they dick suckers, gossiping like broads. It's all for the games, just a body in the morgue. It was all your fault. Don't poke a lion, awake or sleep a giant. Get greeted with the iron. We gon' leave him where we find him. Sometime you gotta remind him. Outlaw shit is forever, nigga. We timeless. Yeah. Sometime you gotta remind him. This outlaw shit is forever, nigga. We timeless. Yeah.
Nigga, Young Noble hits up with them bars, man. Right? Listen, man. Rest in the essence to Young Noble, man. You know, sad situation, man. Very, very sad. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how much we miss somebody till they no longer here, man.
Two extra hoes up in this new action with two extra doors. With a quick flip, I'm trying to strike for more. 100% Allen, extra raw. And I get it from the second. These niggas for the essence. I'm just stacking these rappers around for a decade. Still trying to get Bobby to stop the fella legend. Know if I take it out, I can pop in the next day. It's not time for the full moves, hit J of the Pro Tools, hit I sold you. Still jacking the track, but I can't go you. This is just audio shit I go through. Guns in his house, money in the mattress, and I only got the Bentley, but I had to pay tax. Tell them for polo fits and Air Max. Clothes are like spraying, birds is a fraction.
I mean, shit going in.
You just coward in jail, you can never live. You barely living out here. The reason you breathing is like I'm giving out hair. Stop, giving out shares. And don't talk, and they giving out years. I don't know you. You ain't familiar. I don't care the shit you. They ain't kill you. As the words play, I'm a son of a bitch. Oh my God. These shit, it ain't son of a bitch. On TV, y'all know I'm supposed to live. Jury is fake, it ain't none of a bitch. Notice they keep watching.
One of the kids fire, man. Let's go. That nigga Young Noble brought Kiss out, man. Hey, man, rest in the essence of Young Noble, man. We don't know what that brother was going through. And I know some people are of the mind frame of when people commit suicide, that is some soft shit, it's some punk shit, it's some selfish shit. And to some degree it is. But the flip side to that is, when you understand what suicide actually is, it's a demonic spirit. Now we get into another whole aspect of the situation. And me knowing what I know that all of us aren't spiritually fortified enough to be able to conquer and decapitate the generational at most, or should I say most of the time, demons that we have to face and fight. Remember in the Matrix when Neo was being explained to by Morpheus, the agents, somebody is going to have to sit and fight them one of these days. Somebody going to, you know, their main thing was to run for them. What did Cypher tell Neo to do when Neo saw a goddamn agent within the Matrix? He told him to run. No, someday somebody's going to have to fight them. That's what Morpheus told him. Somebody's going to have to stand and fight the agents, the demons. Is it going to be you and your family? Or are you going to be the one that binds up, binds down, cast out, cast forth, choke, and decapitate the generational demons in your family? Or are you just going to be a person that passes them down to the next generation? The choice is yours, right? Choice is yours, y'all, man. Rest in essence to our brother, Young Noble, man. Sad situation, man. What's that damn song I just seen? They said that Young Noble got. Last official out. Oh. Yeah, man, we about to get up out. If nobody want to hit the link and come up and say nothing, add nothing, we gonna get up out of here, man. I want to drag this joint out. I just wanted to pay my respects and go in depth, you know, speak on this from a different aspect, you know. Rest in the essence to the brother. You know, when it comes to situations like this, like I said, we just don't know what people be going through. We can have our opinions, our views, our thoughts on whatever may have contributed to making a decision. But when, like I said, once you understand what the spirit of suicide actually is, it's really not too much to discuss or talk about. It matters to, or it comes down to a matter of if you as a person are spiritually fortified enough to be able to conquer and decapitate the generational demons attached to your family. It's either you are or you are not. And if you are not, that doesn't reflect on your character. It doesn't reflect on who you are as a person. It reflects more on the collective strength of your family's bloodline, if you would. All right. Mr. Libra said, crazy part that Edie's birthday is in 2 days, right? I didn't know that. That's wild. You know, could that mean something? Maybe it does. Maybe it don't. Right? But yeah, though, man. Yeah, we got about a good 12 more minutes. If anybody want to hit the link and come up, add to the conversation. Maybe you might know something we don't know concerning this. You know, spit your game, talk your ears, pay homage. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave the link open for y'all. When I go live, everybody is welcome. Everybody, right? I want y'all to understand that over here at A Real Talk Podcast, everybody is welcome. You know, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Steer on your social engineering. You did. Rest in the essence to Young Noble. May the Most High God, Yeshua HaMashiach, have mercy on his soul. I mean, it's possible, like I said, and when it comes to suicide, that's always going to be my perspective. Like right? When I know what I know when it comes to the spirit, the demonic spirit of suicide, and what I know about it personally, experienced personally, right? I know how powerful of a spirit it can be, you know, and I understand that some people aren't going to be spiritually fortified to be able to decapitate that spirit, man. Some people is going to fall victim to it. Some people is going to succumb to it. Unfortunately, our brother Young Noble wasn't spiritually fortified enough to conquer that demon, to cut his goddamn head off and send him back to where he came from. That's not a reflection of Young Noble as a man, as a person, as an individual. None at all. Right? And I stand 10 toes on that because I know what I'm talking about. Right? You know what I'm saying? I fully understand what leads someone to want to off themselves. I understand that is not ever a thought that the Most High would put in your mind. It's not something that we would rationally contemplate as human beings, as our number one rule of survival is self-preservation. So with that being said and that being known, if we was to ever contemplate the thought of deleting ourselves, that lets us know that there's a demonic presence within our life. Right? All praises be to the Most High God. Yes, O Master. Have mercy on the soul of our brother Young Noble, man. Even though I know how the Most High feels about such things, you know, that's the only thing we can do right now. Right? In the meantime, between time, we're going to pray for the Most High to have coverage and strength and protection over the Young Noble's family, loved ones, community, children, whatever. You said the same thing said about Johnny J. Let's think about that. They made Johnny J jump from a 3rd tier in LA County Jail. I don't know. That must be some LA shit. I don't know about that. I don't even know who Johnny J is. I've never heard of it. I'm not hit. Must be some LA shit, right? But rest in the essence to him. Understand that no rational thinking person would ever delete themselves. The number one rule of survival amongst us humans is self-preservation. It is very unnormal for humans to off themselves. It is not something that we do. It's something that we have to be led to do, compelled to do, manipulated into doing, tricked into doing, if you would. No rational human would ever think to off themselves. So y'all think about that. Right? Well, since nobody want to hit that link, we're going to sit up here and get up out of here. Right? And what I am going to do is I'm going to play our brother Young Noble's one of his last joints before he decided to make the decision that he did on July 4th of all days. Right? He said the medicine he was taking made him suicidal. He recently jumped into the pool with all his clothes on. Also, he was on meds. Not surprising to me. Pharmakia, which is of LSD himself. Right? Notice that, I know this is something I want to challenge y'all to do y'all due diligence on. Notice, do y'all know that all these medications that they come out with, don't you know that the names of them are names of demons? All these medications that come out with these names, they're named after demons. And that's a fact. And with that, we're going to end the show. Right? Rest in the essence, the young noble. May the Most High God, Yeshua Mashiach, have mercy on his soul. Cover and protect his family, his friends, and the rest of us as well. Because when one of us decides to do this, understand that it has a ripple effect, a domino effect, and it affects all of us. Please believe that. Right? We're going to get up out of here and we're going to pay homage to Young Noble by making one of his songs, The Last Official Outlaw. Let's go. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Hold on real quick. Let me show y'all this real quick. Tomorrow night, tap in. We're going to be going in, y'all. This is something that we about to be going real hard in on over here on A Real Talk Podcast, man. Tomorrow night show, man. I'm going to need y'all to tap in, man. Right? Let me bring it up on the screen for y'all real quick. Tomorrow night show, man, we going in, man. Why is everybody mad now that we are getting on code with each other? Hashtag FBA. Excuse me. This is the title of tomorrow's show. Tap in, walk with us, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to break this down. We're going to have this discussion. We're going to talk about this. Why are y'all people mad because FBA, Black folks in America, are getting on code with each other, standing in solidarity, and we just going for us and nobody else? We ain't sitting up here going along with none of this protesting stuff. This illegal immigration situation ain't none of our business. It ain't got nothing to do with us. We're not affected by it in any way except negatively. We actually benefit from all you illegal ass people getting up out of here. Now everybody mad at us now that we starting to see and wake up and starting to click up, support each other, love on one each other, stand in solidarity, on code. We ain't running outside to protest with nobody, man. This ain't our fight. Ain't got nothing to do with us. We can't be deported. We good. We just need to fall back and link up behind the scenes, put all of our petty differences to the side. That gangbanging shit, like I said yesterday, it gotta die. All that divisive, separate, that shit gotta go. And this is what we're gonna be discussing tomorrow. Everybody mad. Y'all calling us racist. We're being divisive. We're separative. We're this and we're that. Right? We're this and we're that. Y'all mad because we ain't joining this bullshit, man. Nah, man, we need to focus on us. My FBA brethren and sisters, we need to focus on us. Because other groups of people don't focus on us. They don't help us. They don't side with us. They don't advocate for us. They're against us getting our reparations. They call us separative and divisive and even now racist when we stand in solidarity with each other and say we're gatekeeping our culture, considering hip hop. We're taking back our culture, considering rock, country, alternative. We're not about to sit here and continue to off each other and unalive each other. We're actually about to start loving each other and holding each other accountable and getting rid of all the negative imagery that we have allowed y'all to use against us and to define us, right? That's what we're going to be discussing tomorrow. So 9 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all tap in. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, right? Share on your social engineering. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me, your brother, Virgil Beard, a.k.a. Stuffing the Facts. I appreciate that. Don't ever think I take it for granted, because I don't. We got Chief Easy, somebody who I've never seen in my comment section before, tap in. Mr. Libra, somebody who I don't recall ever tapping in. I could be wrong, though. My baby Niquay tapping in. You hear me? XL Pro, everybody else, OG, Dan Patrick, everybody else, Monique Robinson, you know what I'm talking about? All the people tapping in with your brother. Listen, I appreciate the support. Everybody on Facebook, BG, you know what I'm talking about? Yellow D, even Jessica's little crazy ass tapping in. Support your interests. We're about to get up out of here, man. We're about to bang a joint by the OUTLAWZ, man, or should I say by Young Noble. You did? Let's go. Y'all enjoy y'all evening, man. We see y'all tomorrow, man.
Back like I never left, nigga. Let me pop my shit. One take listen to look on my face and tell you leave me alone. I ain't one of these rap niggas like beefing through the phone. From that old school cloth, niggas showed up at your home. Late night by myself in your bushes with a hoodie on. You took my love for granted, my kindness for a weakness. I'm lying in the flesh, I'm this calm for a reason. Smooth type demeanor, surgical with demeanor. I'm no killer, but don't push me, nigga. Word to Jesus, these rappers, they catch a whole lot of bodies in the verses. See these niggas in person, rockin' lip gloss and purses. I'm only scrapped to the surface, nigga, it gets deeper. Life is a venture, they say it's cheaper to keep her. I'm the last skywalk, that's the label Pac gave me. I'm guessing he predicted the future, he wasn't crazy. Holla if you hear me. You want my spot, nigga, you gon' either have to out-rap me or kill me, bitch. Imagine that. Listen, come on. And you ain't doing neither. These rappers is all divas. They got some like middle school girls and they feelings. All on their podcasts, all in their interviews. See me, I know a silence is golden. Keep my mouth closed, sticking to the code. That's all I know. Young Noble outlaw, ghetto gospel flow. I came up selling licks and coke. Never once tooted my nose. Undisputed, beautiful flow. I love the mommy with some beautiful toes. Talking that slick shit. Struggling that hustler music. Talking that prick shit. I ain't sold a dime in years. Every dollar legit. I'm right here, out rhyming my peers. Yeah, top tier. My flow is the upper echelon. The shoulders of giants is what I rest upon. Gotta pay attention to energy. It's never wrong. I walk with a lip thick, extra long. Gave you motherfuckers the truth, nigga, in every song. Put some respect on my name when I'm spoken on. Humble for too long. Niggas got me twisted. Niggas ain't satisfied till they choking on a biscuit. A student of the game. Real rap, I'll be that. A mix of KRS, Machiavelli and G-Rap. Rakim and Scarface. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Do what the God say. Just let the song play. I do this in my sleep. Abusing the beat. I'm comfortable around the killers. Yeah, I'm used to the streets. I was raised in the trenches. Death around the corner kept missing me by inches. Look the Reaper dead in his eyes, no flinching. Outlaw for life, pick a side, no switching, nigga. Stop bitching. I ain't going